So as we've identified in a few cases here, there's gaps in care. So the medicine works great. It stays in your system for 3 to 4 months. So that 90-day window of time that it takes to set a new habit. Okay. This is where success or back to the drawing board occurs. So we have developed with our partners in this amazing vision here, Morgan and Bill, what we call the Virtual Recovery Companion, and colloquially known as Agent Bill. So I'm going to turn the stage over to Morgan and Bill. They've got a presentation that I think you'll find very fascinating that's going to bring this conversation right down into your hand right now today. So here we go, Morgan and Bill.
All right. Well, I have to say this is a little intimidating because Brock is a hell of a hard act to follow, but we'll give it our best here. We are really excited to introduce you to the Virtual Recovery Companion. This is a subscription-based mobile app for holistic, continuous care and a compounding investment in recovery. But before I tell you about the Virtual Recovery Companion, I'm going to bore you for 30 seconds and talk about us. I am delighted to introduce you to my partner, Bill. Bill is a licensed therapist with over a decade of personal and professional experience working specifically with recovery. He has his master's degree from Adler University in Vancouver, and he is a wealth of knowledge.
And thanks, Morgan, for that introduction. And this is Morgan. She's our director of operations and has been indispensable in day-to-day operations. And she also has her own practice in coaching. She has a coaching certificate from the University of British Columbia. And as I said, she has her own practice, which she doesn't like to talk about. So.
There we go.
And so let's introduce why we have the VRC, why it became a idea in the first place. So we talk about a lot of being able to take recovery and the healing that we kind of get a taste of back into our home environments and returning to old patterns in our home environments. We talk about the vacuum effect, where we start to just pry behaviors away from people without recognizing that they are coping behaviors. They're how people are dealing with the pain. So I think the easiest way to understand this is to think of if anybody remembers the Indiana Jones movies from like 40 years ago, where he takes like the golden statue and replaces it with a bag of sand. And oh, perfect. Thanks. And it's I think of it kind of like that. Our coping is being taken away, but we're not actually replacing it with anything. We're not really healing, as Dugan said, the underlying issues that are causing all the wounds in the first place. And we talk about rigid thinking. Maybe another way to say that is like extreme thinking. And we start talking about a kind of the silver bullet mentality of trying to figure out like one cause of addiction, and so we can find one cure that fits everybody, which we can't do. And finally, that all leads to a gap in integration, where we kind of say aftercare, and that presupposes there's a before care, and kind of in the middle there's just no care. And we help people in treatment set up or set great goals, but we don't give them the tools to reach those goals and to achieve where they want to be. And so with that, I'll kick it over to Morgan. She'll introduce the VRC, which we have designed to fill in some of these gaps.
Okay. So, the VRC is Hope in Your Hands. It is built for internalizing and sustaining recovery and wellness from your pocket. We focus on integration and transformation that bridges real-world recovery with deep emotional growth. Discover the joy of authentic connections and engaging in life with a new energy. This is a new model of care and a revolution in recovery. I'm going to take a second to emphasize a couple of our key features, which we'll dig into a few more in a second. But this is a mobile-first app, so it's available 24/7, 365, as Colleen said right at the beginning. It is developed based on evidence-based practices. It is gamified wellness, which means applying elements of gameplay to encourage engagement based on our NFLC token to incentivize recovery. Sure.
Mic switch. Better.
Sorry about that, everybody. We have AI-empowered support, peer-to-peer community spaces, and we emphasize safety and privacy, protecting users' information and creating a safe space where disclosure is based on the comfort of the user. Again, this is hope in your hands. I have too many things in my hands. Here we go, Bill.
And so kind of the spirit behind the program that we put in the VRC, we talk about the BioPsychoSocial-Spiritual model, which is kind of the gold standard of integration models today, based on its holistic understanding and approach. We talk about the importance of a continuum of care and support. Again, like I said, filling in that gap of giving people the tools that they need to achieve where they want to be. We tried to integrate a peer-to-peer support system so that people know that they never have to do this by themselves. We're always trying to help people find their community. And we're offering a controlled environment, which we think is really important to offer a safe learning environment that ensures everyone feels equally heard, guided, and protected.
So why does this matter? Because the gap between treatment or some sort of professional care and intervention and aftercare is the shock of real life. This is why we're building a continuum of care. It's about consistent, individualized support that bridges gaps and supports integration with real life. The continuum addresses return to use reduction, creates scalability, and we're building data-driven insights, all of which is meeting a significant market opportunity. The digital health market is expected to reach $639 billion by 2026. So let's dig into some of the unique and exclusive content within the VRC for a second. In the VRC, users engage in introspection, they incorporate personal insights, and they build new behaviors for a new freedom. Inside the VRC, we have the companion. This is integration and support at your fingertips with an AI-powered companion that is co-regulated, bonded, learns about you, so it's personalized to your personal experience. The content is accessible and engaging. Again, it's in your pocket, so it's available to you when you need it and when you're ready for it on your schedule. It's based on your needs. It's building on what is important to you and what is meaningful to you and your recovery. And it incorporates both AI and gamification in our tokenized reward system, which creates a compounding investment in recovery. The compounding investment in recovery and self-care incentivizes users to learn and reinvest in healthy behaviors aligned with their goals. And finally, there's a huge opportunity with the virtual recovery companion for democratization and scalability. We're empowering users to create a support framework that's individualized. It creates opportunities for ongoing learning and continuous engagement, and opportunities for growth. And finally, it's AI empowered. So the AI learns about you, and it offers pattern recognition, perspective, and guidance. Now I'm going to hand it to Bill to introduce you briefly to our 4C framework. This is our proprietary and unique content within the app that plays a major role in our philosophy and the app operations. The 4C framework is a system of safety designed to support integration and maintain overall well-being and stability.
Cool. Thanks, Morgan. So the 4C's themselves are compassion, community, connection, and consistency. They're categories of core human needs. And why that's important is that much of addiction can be thought of as having to do with identifying and addressing needs, especially when they're going unmet. And addiction can be understood by our body
desperately trying to cope with the pain of these needs going unmet. And so the analogy that we like to use is of a car, which has to be pretty basic because I'm not a great mechanic. So if we think of the needs of a car, like an engine needs oil, tires need air, it needs gas or electricity if you have an EV. But when we put them all together, we're building more than just a machine that's going to get you from A to B. We're building a sense of freedom, and that you can go where you want to. And we're building a sense of safety, and that you're contained, you're safe in the car. And why that's analogous to human life is that when we're addressing the needs of a human, we're building a biological machine that can function. But more than that, we're building a person who feels safe and a person who feels free. And we think that's really important.
I'm going to speak very briefly about the NFLC, which is our token, mostly because our amazing Reddy is about to do a much deeper presentation for you. But it's a really critical part of the VRC, so I couldn't go without addressing it. The token within the system is designed to reward users for their wellness contributions and engagement within the New Freedom ecosystem. So the more the user invests in themselves through their activity in the VRC, the more tokens they earn. The more tokens they earn, the more opportunity they have to reinvest back into their care, into their health, into their wellness, creating an opportunity for self-care activities to become more accessible. It encourages and makes care more accessible. I want to take a second to define these key features of gamification and tokenomics, because the more I use them in my daily life, the more I think that they're common vocabulary, and they're not. So gamification is about adding game mechanics into non-game environments like a website, online community, learning management system, et cetera, to increase participation. The goal of gamification is to engage with consumers, employees, and partners to inspire engagement. And tokenomics, which Reddy will tell you more about later, so don't feel like you have to memorize this, is basically a catch-all for all elements of a particular cryptocurrency. It's the economic rules and principles that govern how a cryptocurrency or digital token works within its specific ecosystem. So in the VRC, the tokens will be redeemable for discounts on ongoing care practices, including recovery resources, wellness products, therapy, or reinvestment within the VRC itself. A little bit about the market. There's no scalable, well-known solution focused specifically on addiction and mental health recovery. The potential growth and scalability when we compare to other successful health and wellness apps like Headspace and Mindvalley, respectively valued at $3 billion and $100 million, is phenomenal. We can also look at Hinge Health, which recently IPO'd on NASDAQ with a $6 billion valuation. And even telehealth platforms like the very successful Jane app based out of Vancouver. So overall, we're looking at a $35 billion industry that's ripe for disruption. And since we're playing in the blue ocean today, I want to take a second to explore future development and growth opportunities for scaling. So where we're starting right now is a tiered subscription model. And we have created an AI, which is going to become a generative AI companion. We're going to teach the AI how to interact with you, and then the AI is going to learn from you how to better interact with you. So it's an ongoing growth opportunity. We're also going to have a learning hub expansion. We're starting with the core platform, our core program right now, but there's an opportunity to bring in outside specialists who can educate users in areas that are useful for their recovery. For some people, that might be an employment readiness program. For somebody else, it might be something like meditation or cooking or nutrition, or a favorite of Bill's, because I'm very bad at it, sleep hygiene. We can also have a practitioner platform, which resembles a telehealth platform, where coaches or therapists or even facilities can have a back end to help them monitor users and see the impact that they are having with them. We can bring in allied medical partnerships and integration. And We're really excited about the potential to advance our technology to the point where we're exploring VR and AR and beyond. And now I'm very excited to bring you to our demo hosted by the wonderful Reddy, if we can pull up that video. All right, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties, so I'm going to distract you with my comedic stylings for a second. No, I'm not. I'll preemptively thank you because at the end of the presentation, Bill and I will be available for questions. We also have the beta version of the app available on our phone, so you can come over and actually hold it in your hands and play with it a little bit today. And we're really excited to create an opportunity to invite you to our private beta platform. What we want to emphasize in the private beta platform is that this is a testing environment, so you can experience our core features at a high level, and what your experience is really the tip of the iceberg. So please come and talk to us. I promise to look up and not down at my paper the whole time. And without further ado, our video.
App. The VRC is your virtual recovery companion, built for those on a journey of healing, recovery, and self-discovery. Whether you're healing addiction, integrating new ways of being, or just trying to stay grounded day by day, this app is for you. It's not here to fix you, it's here to walk with you. Why the VRC matters. Created by people with lived experience and clinical insight, the VRC app offers more than support. It offers connection, reflection, and real-time care. This is hope in your hands, healing you carry with you in your pocket every day, every step. Let's walk through the app experience. Registration, a gentle start. Your journey begins with just your name, email, and a few details. No pressure, no overload. From here, you're gently welcomed and accepted. Meet Bill, our guide. Before anything else, meet Bill, our Chief Clinical Director. He's been through it, built programs around it, and now welcomes you with a message of compassion and courage. Onboarding, know yourself. You'll answer a few simple, supportive questions, so the app can personalize the experience for you. This isn't a test. It's a mirror, gently helping you get clear on where you are right now. Home screen, your daily anchor. Once inside, the home screen becomes your daily launchpad. With a calming gradient, a personal greeting, and quick access to your tools, you'll always know where to go next. Check-in, the 4C framework. Healing starts with awareness. Our 4C check-in helps you reflect on compassion, community, connection, consistency, visual, simple, and powerful. Your emotional battery is finally visible. Practice, routines that matter. You can regularly reflect, journal, set boundaries, or celebrate what you're proud of. These exercises take just minutes, but they build lifelong resilience. Learning Hub, education meets empathy. Explore lessons crafted for real recovery. From learning about addiction to personal growth and emotional safety, each module is accessible, visual, and practical. Community, buddy groups, and support. Join a buddy group to form a peer-to-peer connection with other people walking similar paths. And step into the wider community forum to share reflections and support others. Companion, someone to talk to. Need to vent, ask a question, or calm down? Your companion is always here. An AI trained to support you like a friend, a coach, or a guide, available 24/7. Your progress, your rewards. Each check-in, each moment of reflection, each act of care earns you rewards. Visualize your journey, track your strength, and celebrate every single win. This is your space. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to show up. And with the VRC app, you'll never show up alone. Welcome to your new freedom.